the spring of 1985, a double murder occurred at the Rising Daughter Baptist Church in the tiny southeast town of Waverly, Georgia. A white man had entered the church and shot the black deacon and his wife. Several women were in the adjacent room and all gave wildly different descriptions of the perpetrator. 4 different pictures of the shooter were made by 4 different women.
The murders went unsolved for a long time, and as a result, it became featured on a number of TV shows. And that led to tips coming in, thousands of tips coming in. And Dennis happened to be one of thousands of people identified as a potential suspect. He finds himself the target of an investigation. In all candor, he was framed, prosecuted, convicted.
When we took Dennis's case, we knew that it would be an uphill battle. And frankly, it seemed quite hopeless at the outset. Dennis had waived his right to direct appeal. His case had been investigated for decades. And really the thought of finding some sort of new evidence that would allow us to get his conviction overturned seemed pretty impossible. But after we met Dennis, and we all had no question that he was innocent.
We had a team of over 10 attorneys here at King & Spalding work on Dennis's case. And each one of those attorneys put countless hours into this case, hundreds of hours looking at documents, multiple trips to visit Dennis, multiple trips down to Camden County in Georgia to speak with witnesses. It was truly a large undertaking. It was a team undertaking. It was an undertaking with the Georgia Innocence Project. And it was something that you're not able to do without that type of collaboration.
When Dennis walked out of those prison gates, there was a period of about 5 minutes where he was standing there and we could see him, but the gates were still locked and he had not been released yet. And just up until that last minute, there was still this apprehensive look on his face that you could almost feel him believing maybe it's not going to happen after all. And the minute you could hear the clicking of the locks on that gate, his whole countenance and demeanor changed.
Just seeing Dennis walk out of that prison after so many years, knowing that what he had said, that the truth would come to light, and sort of seeing all of that come to fruition was just an experience that I really find difficult to put into words because it was so awesome.
I feel good, free. I feel free. I told my wife I was going to pray myself out of here. And that's what I've done. Because I asked God for some help.
Okay.
I just want to go home now.
We're going to go home. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here for this important day.
Let's go.
It's amazing. Where's my phone?
I am delighted that as a result of our work on Dennis's case, we've expanded our relationship with the Georgia Innocence Project, and I certainly think it will be a partnership that lasts for years and years.
Ladies and gentlemen, for their dedication, generosity, and never asking for anything in return, we salute King & Spalding with the Page Pate Exemplar of Service Award.